Good afternoon from Halifax Stanfield Airport in Nova Scotia, Canada. Now I've already done a couple of videos on this trip, but as I've just dropped the car back at the car rental place and I've got about 20 minutes to wait for my bus, I thought I might as well just start this one here. And compared to the other Scotland, Nova Scotia is quite sunny. Oh, it's windy this afternoon. I've already bought my bus tickets in the terminal, $4.75 each way. And I bought two, so I've got one for tomorrow as well when I'll be back here to go home again. This trip's just flown by. And here's the bus now, the 3:20 to downtown. Good afternoon.
Slide that in there.
Oh, right, gotcha. No, this is the one, I think. Yeah, thank you. I was looking for the cleanest windows, but there aren't any. Now, I was sure this place was going to give me St John's vibes, but seems a bit bigger, to be fair. Of course, for me it's uphill, just straight ahead that way, but if we look back, the bridge that we came across off in the distance, I'd like to walk across that if you're allowed to. Then we've got some Navy ships down there, the skyscrapers of Halifax. I've got a lot to do and I've got about 24 hours to do it, and that should really include some sleep. We'll see how we get on. That's a bit more like St John's. I'm certainly not in the most central hotel. I've got a feeling that Halifax is going to keep me fit. There it is, the Atlantica Hotel. Oh, it looks quite posh. 10:05. Oh, it's very fancy. Wow, we've even got a sofa. I've never got a sofa. Let's see what the view's like. Construction, of course. But look at this room. It's fantastic. I think I'll just stay in here for the day. Ah. We've got a sofa, we've got a fancy coffee machine, there's me, there's a massive TV. What's this? Is it a mini bar? No, it's a fridge with water, that's good. Look at the size of that bed. Wow. Adjoining door. Is this just a cupboard? Cupboard, safe, and bathroom. Wow, this is alright, isn't it? I'll be quite happy in here, and it's only 2:30, so we've still got loads of time to get out there and explore and get this video started, although the majority of it I think will be tomorrow. I'm going to take it quite easy today. I might be on the 10th floor, but I'm not as high as that crane operator. I am so impressed with this room though. I'm just going to stand here for a wee while. From this amazing view here, you can see what I'm planning to do this afternoon. Walk along this way, down towards the bridge, which has got a very Scottish name, then along the waterfront in Dartmouth, and catch the little ferry back across. Yeah, I want to get outside and do something this afternoon, this evening, because it's another beautiful day. But I don't want to be doing too much because one, this is meant to be relaxation time for me, and two, I'm going to be filming the majority of this video tomorrow. I've got all day here tomorrow, so looking forward to it. That's a beautiful big park, eh? Baseball getting played, I could just sit in the bleachers and watch it. But where do I need to go? Straight on, I think, and then turn right onto North Street. That'll be the quickest way to the bridge. And the bridge has got a very Scottish name. Wait till you hear it. Oh no, it's truck month. Don't tempt me, guys. I'll take any one of them. GMC or Chevy, that's going to be my only decision, apart from the colour of course. I think this will be my right turn onto the 118. I love the flag of Nova Scotia. I've got to get something with the flag on it tomorrow. The MacDonald Bridge straight ahead. But when I said it had a very Scottish name, it's not just called the MacDonald Bridge. Its full name is the Angus L. MacDonald Bridge. Not bad, eh? Aye, these lovely old houses. Very St. John's, San Francisco, isn't it? I just wonder if I've got a choice of which side to go over. I'm not really sure. The right hand side I'd see downtown Halifax. The left hand side I think I would see the Navy ships. Well, it looks like we're going across the left-hand side, or are we? No, the left-hand side's just for bikes. The sidewalk's on the other side. Right, let's cross over. But I must admit, I'd rather be walking than crossing in a car. And there's all the stuff that's not permitted. And that's us now on the Angus L. MacDonald Bridge, with downtown Halifax off to our right hand side, somewhere through there. And there's Navy ships on this side as well, the home to Canada's Atlantic Fleet. A perfect location for it, to be fair. And I like how they have to put these little barriers up to stop all these urban explorers going to the top. Don't worry, it's not something I would do in a million years. I always do it. Let's have a look towards Halifax. Not the best view from here, let's be honest, but it might be better on the ferry when we're coming back that way. And speaking of the ferry, there it is. In fact, let's get another shot of the two of them crossing paths. Sorry, it's not easy to hold the camera still up here. Maximum 50, oh no, I'm too old, folks. And there we are, slap bang in the middle. Let me just check these. Yep, they're fine. Off in the distance there, you might be able to see a couple of wee islands. The one in the foreground with the lighthouse, that's George's Island. And then beyond it, you've got McNabb's Island. And I've heard that McNabb's Island is a great little day excursion. Oh, I like the shadow of the bridge. And now we're on the other side. I believe this is all called Dartmouth. And some of those houses along the front are gorgeous. Excuse the noise. The elevation here gives you a nice wee glimpse of life down below. Doesn't look too bad. Good old rush hour. Now I wonder if I can just cut down this way. Give it a try. Oh, I'd love that wee house right under the bridge. Do you know what I mean? Even in the shadow of the big bridge, everyone's keeping their houses just beautifully. Wow, these places are just beautiful. Oh, I'd bite your hand off to live in this street. You'd bite my hand off. And there's the view they've got. A bit noisy at the moment, fair enough. And I suppose when these trains start rattling along, and if we cross over, there's the view they've got. A bit noisy at the moment, fair enough. But the bridge and Halifax and the islands and whatever this body of water is, I'm not sure. And them some pretty big old train carriages, eh? Union Pacific. And at the end of the street here, we've got another beautiful park. They're everywhere. This country, I tell you. Now, let's just hope there is a ferry going back, because as lovely as that walk was, I don't fancy doing it again in reverse. What is this big place? Alderney Landing, Theatre, Market, Gallery. Okay. Oh, and look, there's the ferry. I thought it'd be a wee bit further than that. But I get the feeling we've missed that one. Aye, that's the way to go back. There we are, we're through. It was $3 for the one-way ferry trip, but it's good for an hour, I think he said, or was it 2 hours? So I can use buses, or I could come back on the ferry if I wanted. That's value. No. I'm not going to play for you. And here's your ferry. Inside and outside. We should be leaving in just a couple of minutes. Wow, there's no hanging about. That was a fun little ride, wasn't it? I hope you enjoyed it. And we were on board the Christopher Stanix. Just waiting for the green light. And there it is. And the ferry is docked slap bang in the middle of the Halifax waterfront. But like I say, I'm not going to show you much of this tonight, that's all for tomorrow. I'd like to have something new to look at from a fresh perspective. Oof, nice bike. So as much as I really want to look at everything around me, it's time to put the blinkers on until the morning. Might try and get an ice cream or go for something to eat, but that's it for this evening. And that whole loop, I did it in about an hour and a half. That's no bad, is it? Good morning, Halifax, Nova Scotia. I'll be honest, I don't know much about you, but I've got 8 hours to explore. Fancy joining me? Let's go. And it's also goodbye to possibly the nicest hotel I've ever stayed in. But that is one creased t-shirt. Anyway. Oh, I think it's going to be another hot one today. I'll just take it easy. I don't have any plan, but I've got time on my side. Don't need to be on the airport bus until 6 PM. But in fact, if I do tire myself out a bit, then that might buy me a couple of hours sleep on that overnight flight back to Edinburgh. And that was my hotel there. I was up on the 10th floor of the Atlantica. Lovely, lovely place. The only downside though is it's a bit uphill from like the waterfront area. I was knackered when I got back there last night. In fact, let's grab a wee coffee. What's this place called? East Cup. Give it a try. Oh, that is so good. I've just discovered flat whites, and it's certainly making this early start to the day a bit easier. As I'm not really sure what I'm doing today, I'm just going to head down to the far end of the waterfront and start walking back in the other direction and see where that takes us. I am so impressed with this city. I know that the sunny weather helps, but it's just so green and beautiful. On this side we've got like a sports stadium. I think they play soccer in there. And on the other side we've got the public gardens. Now how do I know this is the public gardens? Because it says it here. The Halifax Public Gardens is one of the finest surviving examples of Victoria Gardens in North America, established in 1874. I think we'll wander that way. Morning.
Morning.
It's just so beautiful. I reckon you could do a whole video from just here. This could be a long one, folks. It's only 8:20. Morning, little ones. It doesn't get much better than that, does it? I've got to be honest with you, I'm not normally a massive fan of parks, but this place just blows me away. This is the William Notman Fountain. Morning, Billy. I like how even though you're in the big city, everyone says good morning to each other. It's got such a small town feel to it. And the bandstand, it couldn't be more picture perfect. In fact, yes, let's take a photo. And this building is the Horticultural Hall, built 1847, which these days appears to be a coffee shop. Nice place to sit and have a drink. Oh, look at this. The ducks have got a little island, their own wee house. Oh, look at that bridge. And we now exit the gardens through these magnificent gates. Look at the detail. I tell you what, if the rest of Halifax is like this, I've found one hell of a city. Let's go. I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit tired this morning, but the park has just energised me so much. Or was that the coffee? These places are massive. It's a bit of a shame though, it looks like a lick of paint would make all the difference. But some of them need a bit more than a lick of paint. Oh, outside toilet. I kind of like how this graveyard is all overgrown, although it sounds like they're cutting the grass now. Just another day in Halifax, eh? I can't quite see the sea yet, but I can see a cruise ship beyond the construction. That gives us a fair idea. And there we go, the sign to Halifax Seaport. And I think I recognise that ship. Can you make it out? Oh, memories. So we have almost made it to the sea, and this is quite a cool little spot actually. Over here behind me, next to the big fancy Westin Hotel, we've got Halifax train station. Now that is the easternmost, well in fact no, I don't think it is. It's certainly the end of the line for Canada, but I think Truro station might be a little bit further east. Behind me here we've got a big ship loading up with containers, and this way we've got St George's Island and its little lighthouse. Let's see if we can get a closer look. Oh no, construction zone. I don't think we can get down to the bay from here, but you might be able to see the lighthouse in the background. Don't worry though, I'll do my best to get a better view. The Garrison Brewing Company. Still a wee bit early for a beer. And an old London bus. Wonder how they got that here. Destination Paddington. You're a long way from home. Is that a railway carriage? Indeed it is. Canadian National Railways. It's a shame you can't get aboard. I was just thinking there's so many tourists here, and then I remembered. Cruise ship. I don't think we're going to get the view I was looking for this way. Back we go. We're starting to see the souvenir shops now, and we're also seeing the Scottish influence. Home of the largest selection of tartan products in Atlantic Canada. Kilts and tartan everywhere. And this top here, no, I'm not going to buy it. That is the flag of Nova Scotia. I would like something with the flag on it. I think that's really cool. If I remember to buy something, we'll see. And here we are at the very start of the Waterfront boardwalk. I like all the red seats, that reminds me of St John's. And there's our view of George's Island. Although I think they've spelt it wrong, it should be Gorgeous Island. My one mistake in this trip, I didn't bring shorts. 23 degrees today, that's like a heat wave for me. It actually makes me a bit sad when you see how beautiful it is here compared to urban areas back home. Sorry to be negative, but it's true. But saying that, the streetlights look a bit drunk. I love these fishing boats with the pilot house up top. Aye, what a place. And we can maybe get a slightly better view of the island from here. And that big cruise ship, of course, that we couldn't see back there. Looks like there's quite a lot to see as we wander along the front, and some boats to look out for as well. I think I'll take a wee wander down onto the pontoons. There's no signs saying you're not allowed. Just get a wee bit closer to that water. I still can't quite touch it though. And what do you reckon? Back up this way? I think so. Don't drop the camera. the Fundy Monarch. Fundy referencing, I suppose, the Fundy Basin, which is home to the highest tidal range anywhere in the world. 16 metres. And look at the little boat at the back. Is that a lifeboat? Wow. And you can even chill out here in a hammock. I had an early morning, so that's quite inviting. Careful, Steve, you might never get up again. Oh, that's nice. I better get up before all the money falls out my pockets. You see, this is the difficult bit. Pathetic. They're setting up all the little street food places here. And there's more around here. It's not all quite open yet, but I've not had breakfast. If I see something, trust me, I'll be on it. What have we got here? Bagels, sandwiches. Very tempting. Oh, beautiful, thank you.
Have a good
Thanks
one.
very much.
No worries.
A breakfast bagel. How about that? Got it with hot sauce as well. Perfect. Hello. Help yourself. There you go. This place here is quite famous. Dave's Lobster. I think it's meant to be the best lobster in town, but it comes at a price. In fact, yeah, they don't even have the price up there. I think it depends on the weight or how the lobster supplies are at the time, I suppose. Although lobster supplies in these parts, pretty consistent. Should I get a wee drink while I'm here? Pineapple, mango. I fancy mango. Well, they're all out of mango, so I've ordered the pineapple instead, the unsweetened one. Looking forward to it. Ah, no way, would you look at that? I even get a wee umbrella. Right, where does this straw go? I'm thirsty. First taste on camera. Oh, that is just beautiful. Not sweet at all. I recommend this place, folks. Although if you do want a sweet one, it'll mix you up a pina colada. I look like Del Boy walking along here. Morning.
Good morning.
We've got some nice yachts here, and it looks like you can go for tours, harbour adventures. Awfully tempting, but I just don't think I've got time for that today. That is a gorgeous Beneteau though. Aye, as fun as a boat tour would be, it would mean hanging around here for a couple of hours or doubling back, and I just don't have time for that today, but oh, that'd be nice. And you can also rent some slightly smaller boats if you want to be your own skipper. So many different types of boat to choose from for your tour. And wait till you see this one that's just coming in now. The Acadia, that looks like a fine old ship. Getting some work done at the moment, good to see. Aye, so many old ships like this would just be left to rust or be broken up. So when you see them getting worked on, it's never a bad thing. I'll pick up something for the board back home. That's nice. We're now at the Muir, and I believe this waterfront hotel is the big fancy one. What a location though, and wait till you see the yacht that's moored up beside it. Is that not just the prettiest thing you've ever seen? Especially with that flag in the back. And down here we might actually be able to touch the water. Yeah, I always like to do that for some reason. It's cold. Ah, these are steps. We can go right up to the top. Oh, that's hot to the touch. We've still got a bit of a way to go, and one of the places I want to finish up today is literally miles away. Will we be able to walk it, or will I get a bus? And you've got to be careful here, you can barely see these steps on the way down. Focus. Canada's best ice cream. Hello. Wow, it must be, because I've got lots of merch for it. Now, what flavour will I go for? Mint, I think. It's always my default flavour. I was just going to get a regular mint, and then he pointed out the Royal Canadian mint. And he said this one is very, very rich and very minty. Let's give it a try. Oh yes, you can really taste the peppermint oil. Good choice, Steve.
I'll probably be back in like an hour or so.
I deserve a wee seat and watch the world go by. I think the official waterfront walk ends about here, but of course last night I went all the way across the bridge and over to Dartmouth and then got the wee ferry home. Home, he says. Sorry Montrose, but I wish this was home. So there we have it folks, with the Navy ships behind us. That's the end of the waterfront boardwalk. Crazy to think that's all we've filmed so far, but we can still go and have a look uptown, Argyle Street, maybe have some lunch up there, and away off in the distance there's something else I want to show you, but we've still got plenty of time for that. I'm looking for a bus now because I don't fancy walking the 2 miles that'll take us to our next place. This is where the airport bus dropped me off yesterday, and if we can find the number 29 eastbound, then we're well on our way to the next stop. Nope. Oh, there we go, the 29 at bay number 5. I just wonder if it's going in the right direction though. What's this saying here? Bay 5, the 29 to Point Pleasant. Let me just check that on my phone. Ah, no. That looks like it's in completely the wrong direction. I guess we need to be on the other side. And on the other side, that was a 29 that's just gone past. Typical. But if I can at least see where it stops, I can get the next one. No number, no driver. But the 29 certainly stops here. I can't believe I missed it. I literally just turned my camera off at 11:59, and what happens at 12 o'clock? The midday gun. It's a bit like the 1 o'clock gun in Edinburgh. It's a cannon. It was very loud, but of course I missed it. But on the bright side, I just spoke to one of the drivers and they confirmed that yes, the 29 goes from here, and this is the right side for where we're going. Oh, that's awfully tempting, you know. Should I drink it? Yes, it is that hot this afternoon. Here we go folks, the 29. Question is, how much is it going to be? Hello. Hey, I'm trying to get to the Titanic grave. Is that the right bus? Yeah.
You're on the right bus.
How much would that be, please?
$3.
$3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'll give you that. You just show it to the bus driver when you get on and come back.
Oh really, that's a return, is it?
That's a return, yeah.
Perfect, thank you very much. Could you give me a shout when we get there? Is that okay? Thank you. Another bargain, I would say.
Next stop, Barrington Street after Upper Water Street.
Next stop will be yours, sir.
Oh, thanks man. Thanks very much.
Go down that road down there and catch a bus on the way back. Across the street here.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Right, there we go. I don't even know if you heard where I asked for when getting on the bus, but we're going to see some Titanic graves. I'll explain more when we get there.
Every single man knows it.
And if you're wanting to come here, this is what you're looking for, Fairview Lawn Cemetery. And I think I can see where I'm going because there's a couple of tour groups up there. Who would have thought it, tour groups in a cemetery? So there we go folks, as you can see here, all the graves on this patch of the cemetery have exactly the same date, April the 15th, 1912, because this was the, or one of the closest cities to the Titanic sinking site, so a lot of the bodies were brought here afterwards, and this is where they were laid to rest. Some of them were identified and named, but most of the graves are marked by nothing more than a number. Look at this one here, erected to the memory of an unknown child whose remains were recovered after the disaster to the Titanic, April the 15th, 1912. Do you recognise that name from a famous movie and a famous actor? Must be a coincidence, surely. Here in Halifax lie the remains of 150 victims of one of history's most tragic maritime disasters. In the aftermath of the sinking, White Star chartered 3 ships from Halifax and 1 from St John's to search for the dead. Of the 328 recovered, many were buried at sea. The remaining bodies were returned to Halifax, where some were claimed by their families and the rest interred here at Fairview Lawn. Respects paid. I'm glad I came here. Oh, I just noticed the Scottish flag on this one. What's it saying? This memorial is dedicated to the 100th anniversary of the 1917 Halifax explosion, specifically to the tragic loss of 5 men from the then sparsely populated island of Barra, Scotland. The 5 men, all members of the Merchant Marine, were working on the SS Curacao, which was tied up at Pier 8 in Halifax Harbour. They were loading horses destined for the Canadian and British forces overseas during World War I, when the explosion occurred. Now let's hope there's a 29 bus to take us home soon, because there's no shade here and it's absolutely roasting. Oh, is this a bus now? Perfect, 29. Hey, how's it going? Thank you. Oh, that was nice and quick, thankfully.
Next stop, after Cannock Avenue. Next stop, Barrington Street, exit 3356.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great day, Dan.
And just like that, we're back in town. Province House. Began in 1811 and opened in 1819 as the seat of government for Nova Scotia. And a very nice bank across the road. We're now on Argyle Street, and this is one of the go-to streets in Halifax, especially if you're wanting a drink, if you know what I mean. And a lot of it is actually pedestrianised now, so all those drunk people don't get run over. And we start with a British pub, the Auction House. I'll see enough of British pubs all too soon, so we'll just ignore that one. St Paul's Parish House, 1706. See, there is a bit of history in North America. If I'm honest, I'm a wee bit underwhelmed by Argyle Street. I mean, there's some bars, but that's about it, you know. Chain restaurants, convention centre. There's nothing really here. Maybe it's different on a Saturday night. Oh, I've heard of this place, it's quite famous. Dirty Nelly's, an Irish bar. On the outside, it looks like just an office building. But if I'm not mistaken, on the inside, it's one of these places that was actually an Irish pub in Ireland. Then they dismantled it and brought it over to Halifax. I don't know, that could all be a myth, but that's what I heard. And apparently, they do a good chowder. Maybe that's the way to have seafood in Halifax. Should we go in there? Why not? Oh wow, it's beautiful.
For a table or?
Yeah, I'll just sit anywhere, do I?
Yes, anywhere you like. Do you want a menu?
Oh yes, please. I'll sit up here beside the whiskey bottles. Oh, and look, it's a Liverpool pub. Right, let's have a look at this menu. I don't want anything too much, you know, it's a hot day. Just something light. But I would like seafood. Just a soft drink, I think.
Yeah, soft drink?
Yeah.
We got Coke, we got ginger ale, Sprite.
A ginger ale would be lovely.
ale?
Thank you. Right, back to this menu. Mussels, calamari. Oh, calamari. There's that chowder. 26 bucks. Although to be fair, it does sound good. Pan-seared scallops floating in our award-winning chowder broth. Packed with shrimp, haddock, mussels, potatoes and veg. Served with Guinness brown bread. That's awfully tempting, you know. Nothing alcoholic, I've just ordered a very refreshing ginger ale and a seafood chowder as well. Cheers. Ah, that hits the spot. I bet you this place is jumping at weekends. Or probably any night of the week. Okay, have a look at lunch. That's quite impressive, isn't it? Oh, and it smells amazing. Let's get tucked in. Right, here we go, first taste on camera. Scallop, anyone? You've got to try this if you're in Halifax. It's just packed full of seafood. Seriously, look at it. Oh, and let's not forget the Guinness bread. And it's warm Guinness bread. That is so good. Now for the mussels. I've not had mussels for years. Now I'm thinking, why? Oh, that's me done. That was amazing. Hey, I actually consider that really good value. $33.06 is the total. Oh, and the ginger ales were free refills as well. Nice. Oh, it's bright when you come back outside. So that was Dirty Nelly's, and I tell you what, if you're in Halifax, I recommend it. But it's still a no from me for Argyle Street. What do you think? Am I being too harsh? It's amazing how a big bowl of chowder and a few icy cold glasses of water puts a spring back in your step. But we're short on time now, folks. Where can we go? Look at St Mary's with its granite tower. Very Aberdeen. Oh, can we have a look inside? No, it looks very nice in there, but there's a service going on. Certainly not going in with my camera, but that doesn't mean we can't have a peek through the door. I'll be honest, I thought that Halifax would be a lot more like St John's than it is, but there's still little bits of town that could be up the road in Newfoundland. I think the reality is it's probably more like a mini Boston than a St John's. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Whatever this guy's selling, it's popular and it smells good. Look at those sausages. But if you think I could eat another thing for about the next 6 hours, you'd be wrong. Oh, look here, we've got 2 Cybertrucks. Right, I think from here we should wander up to the Citadel. Halifax Citadel. Sounds impressive, doesn't it? Let's go and have a look. I'm not sure if we've got time to go inside, but we can go up the hill anyway. The Citadel is just up there at the top of that grassy hill, and there's a big gun pointing right at it. In fact, is that some kind of military base? Could be. The Royal Regiment of Canadian Artillery. Very nice. Oh, and look at this sign. That's the one thing I'd like to go in for, to see all the folks in their uniforms, because I'm pretty sure they all wear kilts in there. I love that contrast between the old and the new. Which do you prefer? I think that's an easy answer. This is the building I was talking about with the clock tower. It's a beauty, eh? And on the other side we've got the Scotia Centre, and that's where the hockey and lacrosse is played, I think. So it's called the Garrison Clock, and it was Prince Edward, fourth son of King George III, who wanted it installed. Concerned about the punctuality of his troops, in 1800 he ordered the construction of a garrison clock on Citadel Hill. This modest Georgian building now stands as the very symbol of the city of Halifax. Well done, man. Oh, that's cool. Before and after. Okay, so I am a bit short of time, but it was only $9 to go in, so in we go. And I guess this would have been the moat. And the main gate. It's impressive, isn't it?
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. So this is the massive inner courtyard of the Citadel, which was built, of course, to defend the city of Halifax. But in all its time, it never saw any military conflict. Not yet, anyway. I'm very interested by the flag that's flying at the top of the mast. The Union flag. Let's go up the stair.
This was just used to signal that it was 12 o'clock. It was never meant to actually defend the fort, fire.
And there we are, folks, the 12 o'clock gun. The very gun that I missed earlier. The signal post. It's a very big courtyard and a very small building in the middle. I wonder why that is. Oh, so much cooler down here. You can go in and out of pretty much all of these little arched rooms. This one's still got its original fireplace. Ah, I hear the pipes. It reminds me of home. At $9, this place is definitely worth a visit, but it's even more impressive if you look at it on like Google Maps and you see the star shape of the structure. I don't know why they built it like that. Maybe you can let me know in the comments.
We have a piper down. I repeat, a piper is down.
Oof, that's what you get for no paying. And another one. Oh, you can smell it. Oh, the barracks. It's quite nice, actually. $11 men in here. You don't want to be in here at night with all these mannequins, but it is a fantastic museum. So that was the Citadel, and it seems like as good a place as any to finish today's video, high above Halifax. My hotel is just over there, so I'll go and pick up my bag now, head off to the airport, and then it's an overnight flight back to Edinburgh. But what a fantastic trip this has been. Hope you've enjoyed it as well. Let me know in the comments below, and thanks as always for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.